we are respecting any premium array or any discount array, then it means work is done by the big players or the big boys at that array. And if we are disrespecting any premium array or any discount array, then it means big boys are unloading some of their previous past orders at that array, but they are not interested on adding new bulky orders at that array. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you all guys are doing great. So in today's video, we will be diving into one of the most important topic in our trading industry, and that is how to find a bias for any scripts that you want to trade. So if you are in your trading journey and curious about how to find bias, then this video is perfect for you. So first of all, let's talk about what is bias actually is. So if we have to define bias, then bias in trading is simply a directional opinion on where the market is likely to go. For example, if you are bullish, you will expect price to rise, and if you are bearish, you will expect price to fall. So now let's define bias in more simpler way. So what is bias? Bias is simply the drawn liquidity. Then the question arises, what is drawn liquidity, right? So drawn liquidity is the closest premium or discount array that we are targeting. So if we are targeting premium array, then our bias is bullish, and if we are targeting discount array, then our bias is bearish. So now the question arises, what is premium arrays and what is discount arrays, right? So if the arrays that we are marking is just above the currently running price, then we can say that if any array that we are marking is above than the current running price, then that is our premium array. And if any array that we are marking is below than the current running price, then that is our discount array. For example, if any fair value gap, order block, mitigation block, breaker block or swing points is above than currently running price, then they are our premium arrays. And if any fair value gap, order block, mitigation block or breaker block or swing points is below than the current running price, then they will be our discount arrays. For example, this fair value gap is premium array because this fair value gap is above than the currently running price, and this swing low is discount array because this swing low is below than the currently running price. Now you need to understand we are just focusing on the following arrays, and they are fair value gap, order block, mitigation block, breaker block, swing points, and previous candle highs and previous candle lows. Every premium or discount array have a power to push the price and pull the price because they are the points or they are the arrays where the big boys can unload their previous past orders and add new orders. Now we need to mark out this mentioned arrays from higher time frame to the lower time frame if they are possible to mark, because this will help us to find the bullish standpoint or bearish standpoint. But first of all, let's talk about respect candle and disrespect candle. So the respect candle meaning if we are wicking any arrays by the wick of the candle, then it is a respect candle, but it must fulfill lower time frame criteria, which I will talk about in just a few minutes. The second one is disrespect candle. If we are body closing any arrays by the body of the candle, then it is the disrespect candle. So let's say if we are respecting or disrespecting breaker block, order block, mitigation block, fair value gap or swing points, then what does it mean? So the answer is, if we are respecting any arrays, then it means work is done by the big players at that array. And if we are disrespecting any array, then it means big boys are unloading some of their previous orders at that point, but they are not interested on adding new bulky orders at that array. I will go in depth on this concept where the big boys like hedge fund, investment firms, central banks like to add orders and where they like to unload their previous old orders later on. But for now, just remember that respecting any array means work has been done by the big boys at that array, and disrespecting any array means big boys are unloading previous orders at that array, but they are not interested to add on new bulky orders at that array. Now remember these points. If we are respecting any premium array and that respect candle fulfills the lower time frame criteria, then we can add that as a bearish standpoint. And if we are respecting any premium array and that respect candle did not fulfill or fails to fulfill the lower time frame criteria, then we cannot add that as a bearish standpoint. In such case, add it as a bullish standpoint. if we are respecting any discount array and that respect candle fulfills the lower time frame criteria, then we can add that as a bullish standpoint. And if we are respecting any discount array and that respect candle did not fulfills the lower time frame criteria, then we cannot add that as a bullish standpoint. In such case, add it as a bearish standpoint. So now let's talk about disrespect candle. So if we are disrespecting any premium array, then it is a bullish standpoint, but that disrespect candle which is disrespecting the premium array should not fulfill the lower time frame criteria. But if that disrespect candle which is disrespecting premium array fulfills the lower time frame criteria, then that is not disrespect candle. Okay, so we have to consider it as a bearish standpoint because it fulfills the lower time frame criteria. So we cannot say that we are disrespecting that premium array because the lower time frame did not fulfill that criteria, right? You need to understand this very precisely. Okay, so just remember the points. So if we are disrespecting any discount array, then it is a bearish standpoint, but it should not fulfill the lower time frame criteria. So if it fulfills the lower time frame criteria in disrespect candle by disrespecting discount array, then consider it as a bullish standpoint even if we are disrespecting the discount arrays. So what is that lower time frame criteria? To understand the lower time frame criteria, we need to understand about fair value gap a little bit. But first of all, you need to understand in any tradable market, there are many big players like central banks, investment firms, hedge funds, and big players who are also trading in the market that you and me are trading. When such big players enter in the market, then byproduct FVG or fair value gap is formed. When the big players, smart money, wants to enter in the market, let's say they want to buy aggressively, they use market execution orders, not limit orders. So when these large market orders consumes all sell orders fast because they are using market execution orders, so it will consume all the sell orders fast from the order book. As price moves quickly to fulfill that or those big orders, it skips certain price levels causing an imbalance, and that is we call in our trading industry fair value gap. Now let's understand about the lower time frame criteria. So the lower time frame criteria is following. Lower time frame criteria is nothing but it's just a simple FVG in or fair value gap in and fair value gap out. But now the question arises, at what time frame you are monitoring that FVG in and FVG out, right? So the answer is, if your PD array, that means if your premium or discount array is in monthly time frame, then you are going to monitor FVG in and FVG out in daily time frame. And if your PD array time frame is in weekly, you are going to monitor lower time frame criteria, that is FVG in and FVG out in 4-hour time frame. And if your PD array is in daily time frame, you are going to monitor lower time frame criteria on 1 hour. So likewise, in 4 hour you are going to check lower time frame criteria in 15 minutes. In 1 hour time frame of PD array, you are checking lower time frame criteria on 5 minutes, and for 15 minutes you are checking in 1 minute. Now we are all set to find the bias for any scripts that you want to trade. So currently I am in Euro and GT chart. So here you can see, so I am in a monthly time frame, right? So we always start from the highest time frame, okay? So and working our way down to the weekly, then daily, then 4 hour, then 1 hour, then 15 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 1 minute, okay? So like that we are going. So here I am currently in a monthly time frame. So here we can see, so let's mark all the possible arrays, okay? So we have the fair value gap right here, right? So we have this order blocks at here, so I can mark this order blocks too. So we have fair value gap and order block. So we also have this previous candle high, right? So let's mark this. So and we also have this swing high, right? So don't forget, every PD arrays has a power to push the price and pull the price, right? So currently this swing high is pulling the price, okay? So let's see. So we are currently disrespecting this previous candle high, right? So we can see that we are disrespecting, but this disrespect candle must not or should not fulfill the lower time frame criteria, right? Which is FVG in and FVG out, right? So let's see. So we are currently in monthly, so we are checking that lower time frame criteria on daily time frame, right? So we are going up on that PD array, there is no doubt, right? So we are going F is in to that high time frame PD array, that is previous candle high, but we are not uh, coming down by F is down, right? So we don't have fair value gap going down, right? So we are not fulfilling that lower time frame criteria till now. Okay, so we can say that we are disrespecting because it is not fulfilling that lower time frame criteria, right? So we are disrespecting, right? And we are currently moving towards that swing high. So on monthly time frame we can say that we have one bullish standpoint, that is we are disrespecting that previous candle high, right? So you can just write it on somewhere. Okay, let me write. So here on monthly time frame we have bullish standpoint, right? Because we are disrespecting previous candle high and it looks like we are targeting to the swing high, right? So there is one bullish standpoint, right? So remember this. Okay, now I'm currently in weekly time frame of Euro NZT chart. So this is the swing high that I marked in the monthly time frame, and this is the swing high on weekly time frame, which is previous candle high on monthly time frame, right? So let's see here. So let's see. Let's mark arrays here also. So here we can see that. Okay, so we don't have currently any arrays right here. We don't have, right? So we just have that swing high, right? So we are disrespecting that swing high on the weekly time frame also. So let's go on the lower time frame and check, are we fulfilling any lower time frame criteria? So this is the disrespect candle, so we should not fulfill the lower time frame criteria, right? So let's go to the lower time frame and check, are we fulfilling that lower time frame criteria? So we are currently in weekly time frame, right? So let's go on the 4-hour time frame to check the lower time frame criteria. So do we have any fair value gap going down? No, right? So we are not fulfilling that lower time frame criteria. So it's a perfect disrespect candle. So we can say that we are disrespecting the swing high, which is previous candle high on the monthly time frame. So this is also bullish standpoint and we are targeting the swing high, right? So which is also the swing high on the monthly time frame, right? So this is also the bullish standpoint. So we have two bullish standpoint till the weekly time frame, right? So till now we have two bullish standpoint, right? So on monthly time frame we have bullish standpoint because we are disrespecting previous candle high and it looks like we are targeting swing high, and on weekly time frame we are currently disrespecting this swing high and look like we are targeting this swing high of monthly, which is also swing high on weekly, right? So on weekly time frame we also have this fair value gap, right? So here it's very interesting price action we have because we have body close also on this fair value gap and we also have the wick on this fair value gap, right? So don't get confused on such things, because for this confusion, for this problem, I have given you the formula, that is lower time frame criteria, right? So if we are wicking any PD arrays and if it fulfill the lower time frame criteria, then this is the perfect, or that is the perfect respect candle. But if we have wick but we don't have the lower time frame criteria, we are not fulfilling that lower time frame criteria, then consider it as a disrespect candle. There is no problem considering it as a disrespect candle even if we are wicking it. And if we are body closing inside the PD array, but if lower time frame or in lower time frame, we can see that lower time frame criteria is fulfilling. Or we can say if disrespect candle or inside that disrespect candle, if we are fulfilling that lower time frame criteria, then we can consider that disrespect candle as a respect candle. Okay, so go in lower time frame and check, if we are fulfilling the lower time frame criteria, then this is a respect candle. If we are not fulfilling that lower time frame criteria, then consider it as a disrespect candle. Okay, so currently we are respecting this because on lower time frame we have fair value gap in and fair value gap out. Okay, so this is your work, you can check by yourself also. Okay, so on weekly time frame we also have that bullish standpoint because we have next bullish standpoint. Okay, because we are respecting the fair value gap, right? So we are disrespecting the swing high and we are respecting that fair value gap, which gives two bullish standpoint on weekly time frame and we have one bullish standpoint in monthly, right? So we have three bullish standpoint and we have zero bearish standpoint. So now let's move on to the daily time frame on Euro NZT. Okay, so this is the swing high that we have marked on the monthly, right? So this is the previous candle high on monthly swing high in weekly, and this is also swing high on the daily also, right? So let's see. Here we have this fair value gap, this swing high, right? So we have just two. We also have the order block right here. So this is the order block. Let's mark it. Okay. So I will talk about how to mark all the PDRs correctly in upcoming video. If you are interested to learn about this, then please comment down below. Okay, so let's see here. So currently we are disrespecting this swing high, right? So we are body closing above that swing high. So that is a bullish standpoint, but we should not fulfill that lower time frame criteria in the proper disrespect candle, right? So let's go on the lower time frame and check. Let's check the lower time frame criteria. Okay, so we are in Delhi, so we have to check that lower time frame criteria. Which time frame? Say it. Yes, you are correct. We need to check it as 1 hour time frame, right? So let's see. So do we have any fair value gap going down? So do we have any fair value gap going down below this higher time frame PDR? PDR is going down. So do you see any fair value gap going down from this high time frame PDR? No, right? So we can say that it means we can say that this is proper disrespect candle because we don't have fair value gap going down. There is no problem if you have one-sided fair value gap. We need two-sided fair value gap in on the high time frame arrays and fair value gap out from that high time frame arrays. Okay, so we need both. So if there is one, don't worry, no problem, that is not valid. So we don't have that lower time frame criteria fulfilling, so we can say that this is proper disrespect candle, right? So we are disrespecting this swing high, and it looks like we are targeting this swing high, right? So on daily time frame we can say that we are disrespecting swing high and we are targeting to the swing high, right? So on daily we have, so let's rate this. Okay, so on daily time frame we can see that we are disrespecting the swing high, right? So we are disrespecting the swing high and we are not fulfilling that lower time frame criteria, which makes this disrespect candle proper disrespect candle, right? And it looks like we are targeting to this swing high, right? Because we don't have any area in between this, so that is why we are directly targeting to the swing highs. So if we have any fair value gap at this point, then we will have been target that area. Okay, so check it. Let's go even more back. So we don't have any array here, you can see it, right? So that is why I have to mark directly swing high. Okay, because we don't have any array in between this area. Now we have arrived at the 4 hour time frame, right? So we can see that we are disrespecting this swing highs and we are currently at this fair value gap, right? So let's go on the lower time frame and see the lower time frame criteria. Do we have any fair value gap going up? No, right? So it's a proper disrespect candle because we don't have lower time frame criteria fulfilling, right? So which makes this as a bearish standpoint. So from monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, we only have one bearish standpoint, right? So we have only one bearish standpoint. Now think of yourself, can we go down just by one standpoint, one bearish standpoint? We have 80% bullish standpoint, right? So can you imagine just the market is crashing just rapidly? No, right? Because we have more bullish standpoints supporting our trading plan, right? So you need to understand this. Okay, and you don't go below the 4 hour time frame, because the lower time frame you go, the more big the chart becomes. Okay, you will get like 50-50 price action, you will get a bullish standpoint also, you will get a bearish standpoint also on the lower time frames. So why we always stick on the high time frame? Because the higher time frames are the strongest time frames. The price action will always follow the high time frame direction, right? The operators, the central banks, the hedge funds, the big investment firm don't trade on 15-minute time frame. Do you think they are trading 15-minute time frame? No, right? They are using the higher time frames, and price action will always follow the high time frame. So while you are finding buys, always focus on higher time frame. Let's say 4 hour, let's say daily, let's say weekly, let's say monthly. You are not going below this to find the bias, okay? Because that will make chart little bit big. So just focus on 4 hour time frame, daily time frame, weekly time frame, and monthly time frame, and start finding buys. Okay, this will increase your accuracy a lot. And don't forget, the more one-sided standpoints, the clear the bias, the clear the direction is there. For example, we have just one bearish standpoint on Euro USD, right? We have more bullish standpoint, right? So it makes euro NZD more bullish. We are not looking for the bearish price action in euro NZD because we have just one bearish standpoint, right? So you need to understand this very clearly. So if you have five bearish standpoint, if you have five bullish standpoint, then this is 50-50 price action. Avoid such type of scripts. So if you have eight bullish standpoint and if you have just two bearish standpoint, that is bullish, right? So if you have nine bearish standpoint and just one bullish standpoint, that is the bearish standpoint is winning, right? So you are always selling, you are always bearish on such scripts. Okay, so you have to remember this thing. I will make the version 2 of the how to find bias in upcoming days with more examples and a little bit twist also. Okay, so you will be more clear on the next upcoming video. After this I will make how to find bias with more examples. Okay, with a little bit of twist. I will go even more depth in this concept. So for now, for today, this much for today. Okay, so thank you everyone for being the part till the end.